Hi, I'm Bob Oberg with Point Yacht Sales, and we're here today to talk about the brand new Caymas 401. Joining us from the factory is Todd Falk. He's head of sales and marketing. Todd, thanks for taking the time to join us today.
Well, good morning, Bob. Thanks for having us.
Great. And also joining us is actually my longtime friend and the dealer rep for Caymas Yachts, Chris Lufkin. Chris, also, thanks for taking the time to join us.
Good morning, Bob. Happy to be here with you and Point Yacht Sales.
And we're happy to have you both. Todd, that's great. You're joining us from the factory, which is kind of a unique thing in these, and we think is going to be pretty cool. About a year or so ago, I was down there, and it's a pretty impressive factory, and you guys have been going like gangbusters and even expanding. How's all that going down there?
We have been, Bob. It's going great. Things have been wide open in the marine industry, I think, as all of us know and feel. And we've been fortunate to have just a ton of orders for our boats. So we are running wide open. We're running overtime. We're working Saturdays to get these boats built. We're currently at about 60,000 square feet here in our current factory. We are just behind these doors, building out another 100,000 square feet. And so what we're in today will become our lamination area, and then assembly will move to our new building. So certainly the demand for the product and within the industry is huge. And as we continue to expand the product line, we just need more space. But behind us here is the first 401, and it's hard to get a perspective probably on the camera, but it has taken up significant space within the factory. And we're getting ready to pull hall number 2, so that will further compound our space problem. But we're getting creative and figuring out ways through it until we get this new building built.
That's fantastic, and I'm sure you're keeping everybody busy. And as you mentioned, you're standing in from hull number 1 of the new 401, which actually started out in planning as a 39. It's grown a foot since then.
Right.
So as you've been watching it go through the build process and the design process, what are some of your favorite features of this new design for you guys?
Well, certainly the Michael Peters hull, which all of our saltwater series boats feature, is just a fantastic aspect of this boat. The performance that Michael Peters is able to get out of this hull is just phenomenal. See several other manufacturers running it with great results. Our bay boats, as you guys know, run really, really well, as does the 341. And so the new 401 is just an expanded, larger version of that 341. Probably most notable features on this versus our 34 would be it's got twin dive doors, one on each side, so for a direct walkthrough through the boat. It does have rear-facing mezzanine seating. It's really, really nice, and a really big aft cockpit area. And it does have an enclosed head within the cabin. In addition to that, we've got an elevated helm platform. This boat's going to feature release helm chairs, 3 wide, adjustable, so it'll be very, very nice and comfortable. And then just like our 341, the fold-away bow seating. So taking a couple features from the 341 that we really liked, and then just adding everything else that we wanted to get into a boat on this one.
I think that is a great recipe for success. The 341, which I run a few times and spent a fair bit of time on, is just an amazing boat. It's come out with just fantastic reviews. Even our own local Lenny Rideau has done one of the most glowing reviews I've ever seen him do of any boat for the 341. The balance between fishability and family use is really just seems to be in perfect balance. Is that something you're seeing with this 401 as well?
Oh, certainly. Be a great boat to fish on for sure, as well as really comfortable for the family with the, again, enclosed head. If people opt, we can do generator, we can do helm and mezzanine air conditioning, can do air conditioning inside the cabin, as well as hot water, refrigerator, a lot of different options to make the boat even more comfortable for family, as well as those long weekends to the Bahamas or out to the canyon fishing.
That's fantastic. I think for a boat of that size, that's exactly what people are looking for. Chris, you're out in the field. You're talking to people every day. You're obviously talking to dealers. Who do you see as far as this boat competing with?
Well, Bob, thanks for that question. That's a good one. We compete with all the higher end brands, or we find ourselves competing which is our technically our striking range would be Regulator, Grady White, Everglades, even the Boston Whaler Dauntless line with our lower profile hybrid boats, which are really, they're called bay boats. People are calling them bay boats just by looking at them, but I call them, they're a hybrid boat, which is why we call them the 26 and the 28 HB, because they're truly offshore hulls with a low profile. So they're very versatile in rough water and have skinny water fishing capability. But our competition are the higher end brands. And my goal for Caymas, at least here in the Northeast, my territory is Virginia North, all the way up to Maine and out to the Great Lakes. For Caymas is growing the dealer network, finding dealers such as Point Yacht Sales, and other dealers that have service after the sale. That's my primary goal. I don't want to just go find a dealer that's going to sell boats for us. We need dealers that cultivate customers, grow their customer base, and use the Caymas brand to do it.
Yeah, you've had a pretty daunting task from the start as a newer company, but you were put in charge of helping to start build the whole dealer network. How has that worked, and how has some of your previous relationships in the industry helped to find these high-end dealers?
Well, it is all about relationships. This boat business is built on relationships and integrity. And that's the dealer base that I'm looking for. And that stems all the way down to the reps through the Carolinas and especially Florida. We've got a bunch of great dealers in Florida that have recently come on board. So this brand has taken off like wildfire. And I think Todd would agree. The plan is getting very tight with the bigger boats, which is why we're expanding. But the demand is even greater and the wave is moving up north. And that's what I'm hoping to capitalize on. We've got a dealer coming on in Long Island, and we're moving up into Massachusetts and all the way up into Maine with some great prospects and some good dealers that focus on the customer and focus on growing their customer base and helping to sell and put more boats out on the water for Caymas.
That's great, and we love being a part of it. It's the strength of the brand is also in the dealer network, and so certainly having somebody like yourself putting that together is fantastic, and we're excited to be a part of it. Back to you, Todd. The big question on anybody's mind about boats is what does it cost? Where do you see the 401 retail pricing out the door for a nicely equipped boat? Have you guys gotten there yet with this boat?
Yeah, we're close. We will announce final pricing at Lauderdale Boat Show coming up here in a little over a month. So don't want to quote a number quite yet, but we're going to be competitive with the higher end brands that Chris mentioned. So we're going to be right in there. But I think, for the value that we deliver, it's going to be an extraordinarily competitive boat, both on the pricing side as well as on the performance side.
So that's good news. The 401 is planning to, debut at Lauderdale?
That is correct. We'll be at Lauderdale with a 401. We'll also have a 34. We'll have our new twin engine 28 and a 26 HB there as well.
That's a pretty exciting lineup. Todd, I don't know if it's possible, but is there any way that you can just take us for a little quick walkthrough of the 401 as it is now? Obviously not in finished condition, but just
absolutely. Yep. Let me see if I can swing the camera around here. Well, I don't know if let's see. I can just do it this way. So obviously we're at the transom. Let me, there's got to be a way to turn this around. Hang on. Sorry, we're a little close. There we go. Okay. There's our new 28 twin engine, which I can show everyone here in just a minute. But let me zoom out here. So obviously we're at the transom. We'll do a quick walk around of the hull here. So really you can see the aft section of the Michael Peters super ventilated funnel hull with the notches there. We are utilizing the zip wake trim tabs on this particular boat. And if we come up along the side, you can see the starboard side dive door. And We will walk forward here. There's your double step, which on such a large boat really stands out. But really nice flare to the bow. See if we can get all the way around. This boat will feature a bow thruster in addition to joystick for added maneuverability. To give you a little perspective here. There's the bow. We'll come around. And as you can see, very tight on space. So we'll come up the port side here. So there's Jimmy Hayes.
Jimmy Hayes been with Earl Bents for over 35 years.
He has
Jimmy.
been with Earl a long time. So we are standing on the port side. Jimmy is currently test fitting a few pieces. So very much in the throes of construction on this one. So if we start here at the transom, we have twin 45-gallon live wells, and then 25-gallon storage boxes on each side. Moving up, excuse me, sorry, I'm getting my orientation correct. Then in the floor, this boat will feature a Seakeeper 3, which it was designed to accommodate. And then behind that, obviously, we'll have hooker sea chest and the hooker water-cooled pumps. Generator optional on this. It would also go in this stern section. And then on each side are 2 fish boxes, 100-gallon each. So there's 5 total fish boxes on this boat for a total of about 450 gallons of fish and ice storage for the hardcore guys out there. Then here is our rear-facing mezzanine seating with insulated cooler area in the seat. This boat will feature air conditioning vents across the bottom of the seat, as well as some tackle storage that will fold out from the back of the seat. Give you a little perspective on the dive door there. And moving forward, you can see our elevated helm platform and seating area. It's where the release ladderback seats, helm chairs will go. The console face is not currently installed. That is actually out getting the Photique painting on the helm pod currently. So this boat's got a lot of nice little custom features on it. And then as we move forward here, again, very much in the middle of construction. See if I can get a little perspective here. A little hard to see down in the console without any light, but that is the head area to the left with shower. This boat will feature a drawer refrigerator down there, as well as tackle storage, and of course a berth up there, either for overnights or just more storage. There's an in-floor fish box right there. That is 55 gallon there, and then 75 gallons of storage underneath the chaise lounge, 5 rod holders on each side. And there's forward of that 75-gallon storage area is another cooler insulated box for additional drinks. As we move forward here, this section here is where your fold-out seating will go. We also have an optional U-shaped seating area with articulating backrest as an option for someone that wants a little more family-oriented boat up front. 150-gallon fish box in the floor here. And then line and fender storage towards the bow, and your anchor locker will come all the way around. All right. Little perspective on the bow, looking back.
That's a big boat.
It is big. When you see it compared to our 34, which there's a 34 right there in all white. That'll be our Fort Lauderdale show boat there. Yeah, you could probably fit the 34 inside the deck of this boat. So it's
That
big.
is a very impressive boat. You can see some of the DNA from the 341 in this boat, some of the really popular features. It looks like you've expanded on just almost on steroids, the 341. Todd, thanks so much for actually taking us through the boat, even though it's not finished. I think it'll give people a great idea of what's actually involved in building a boat. You know, so often they just see the finished product, and to see something in production along the way is really cool. And the factory just is pretty amazing there. As you guys go through the build process, Todd, and any other Caymas, and where can they get more information on this build and Caymas in general?
Absolutely. Please follow us on social media at Caymas Boats on Instagram, and our Caymas Boats Facebook as well. So we've put up a lot of posts about activities in the factory there, and our website at caymasboats.com. We will be launching a new website here in the coming days, so be sure to check in and check that out as we get closer to show season here. Really excited about the launch of our new site and some fresh material out there. So there's be a lot more information to come on, definitely on the 401 as well as all of our models. You know, we only are in our second year of production, so certainly continuing to ramp up all of our materials, and as we continue to get more boats on the water. Just get more and more videos and great pictures of people using the boats and enjoying them.
While we have you there in the factory, if it's not too hard, is there any chance you could take us over to that 28 with the twins? It's going to debut in Lauderdale as well?
Absolutely. So that's it from our elevated position here on the 401. Really the biggest difference between the single engine and twin engine is the motor well. Obviously, we had to widen that to accommodate the twins. So that is hull number 1 that you are seeing there. The deck is currently dry set, so we've got a little more work to do, just doing some test fit on everything. But I can take us around that boat here as well. And Bob, the one thing I did forget to mention on the 401 is fuel capacity, 560 gallons, about a 50-gallon water tank, and of course a waste tank as well. So really nice range. This hull number 1 is going to feature triple 425s. We can do triple or quad configuration, quads only with Mercury power. Hull number 2 is going to feature quad 400s. So really anticipate that all these being really well-performing boats, certainly quad 400 power boat. Be very, very quick, and we look forward to our first build on a quad 450 boat. So that will be in the builds to come here. Give you a little idea of the transom area of the twin engine 28. Certainly a little wider than that is a 26 HP right there. Those gentlemen are working on. So again, still a ways to come. Hull number 1, we'll be testing power on this likely towards the end of next week with all our various power options.
That's fantastic, and I think a great upgrade. By the way, beautiful hull color on that boat next door there.
Thank you. That's a new color for us. We're calling that bay blue, a little bit lighter than our sky blue, and this one features a black hull. So kind of a very unique look. A little different from some of the traditional paint jobs. And 341 behind us features a white hull with a black bottom as well.
A lot of great information. Todd, thanks so much for taking the time and getting us in the factory, kind of pulling back the curtain for people, seeing how things work there. Again, you know, normally they just get to see the finished product. So seeing how it's all made is really impressive. Again, Todd, thanks so much for your time today. Chris, thank you also for joining us. I think a lot of great information. And if people would like to get in touch with us, we're North Point Yacht Sales. You can reach us at 410-280-2038 or northpointyachtsales.com. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right.
Thank you, guys, and thank you, North Point Yacht Sales.
Yes, much appreciated.
You guys are great.
All right. Have a good day, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Bob.
All right.